This is a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the Oklahoma Sports Network's consent is prohibited. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be used without express written consent.
Hello and welcome, everybody. We are back. The state tournament rolls on the Oklahoma Sports Network. We are back in Edmond, Santa Fe for the 5A semifinals, and we've got a doozy. The Collinsville Cardinals, the Carl Albert Titans here in Edmond, winner to the state championship game tomorrow at Bricktown Ballpark in Oklahoma City. Josh Calloway with you, Jared Price in the booth. Jordan Ray is down on the field for what should be an absolutely fantastic game, a heavyweight fight, two baseball programs that live in the state tournament.
Yeah.
Jared, this is as good as it gets.
This is about as good as it gets. Like you said, this is what you dream of. Two really, really storied baseball programs. Kind of a tale of two different games yesterday it was. Complete game shutout from Cash in a, all-out pitcher's duel. And, Collinsville kind of ran away with their game, winning 9-0. But this is, like you said, two of the more familiar faces in the state tournament with a trip to the state finals on the line. So
right.
I know the guys are excited. They're probably a little bit nervous. I'm excited myself. I miss it. I wish I was down there playing.
We talked about it a little bit yesterday. When these two teams played in the quarterfinals last year, that was the most that Carl Albert got pushed.
Yeah.
That happened yesterday again. There was 1-0. They gritted out a tough win against Braxton Jones in Sapulpa. That was an absolute battle to the end, but they found a way to get it done. Like you said, opposite end of the spectrum for Collinsville. We had that game as well.
Yeah.
They rolled over Elgin pretty good, 9-0.
Yep.
It was a lot of, we talked about it during the game for people who were with us, but it was a lot of small ball, productive outs. They only had 4 hits in that game, but scored 9 runs. So it's going to be a fun matchup today. And obviously, like we said, these are two teams that are always here. So you can't, like I said, the nerves never really go away. But these teams, if anybody could be used to playing in the state tournament, it would be these two programs.
For sure.
It should be a pretty high-level game.
For sure, absolutely. I agree. We speak so much on the veteran status of a lot of the guys from Carl Albert, but Collinsville's been around themselves. And so the nerves are going to be there just because you want to play well. But as far as being, real worrisome and anxious, I don't think that's going to be there. These guys feel really comfortable in these situations, and I'm excited, man.
Should be a good one. Jordan Ray is down field level. He's going to talk to Coach Ryan Whiteley for Carl Albert shortly. But, Jordan, some thoughts from you as we get ready to get this game going. This is going to be a fun one.
And interesting is the final 4 5A, all 4 are district champions.
Yeah.
So, Carl Albert was kind of the exception last year when they won state without winning a district title. I don't know if that's a true exception, but it seems like this is how it's supposed to be because we have obviously Duncan and Tahlequah playing after this game. So we're going to have a district champion versus district champion tomorrow. It just shows that, it does matter to get a good seed and host and get a good first-round matchup, and that's what these teams have going for them. That's why they're able to play the second day.
Absolutely. These teams have obviously gaudy records, both over 30 wins, and they're not there by accident. Going to be a great game. We'll take a timeout here for the national anthem. We'll come back. We're going to have the starting lineups, the baseball, of course, and Jordan Ray will talk to Carl Albert head coach Ryan Wiley. Stick with us. The 5A state semifinals on the way on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Experience the best wash in town at Tommy's Express. You'll love our open and bright tunnels, easy loading flat belt conveyor, unlimited membership, and free vacuums and mat washers. Experience the difference and visit Tommy's Express today.
If you've lived in Oklahoma long enough, you'll know that we get extreme weather. With that extreme weather comes hail damage to your roof and an insurance claim. When that happens, there's not a better company to deal with on your insurance claim than Cantrell Roofing and Construction. Since 1987, Cantrell Roofing and Construction has proven to be the best in the business. And always remember, God hail, call Cantrell.
I want to start a car mechanic shop.
Let's say we go to Scissor Tape.
Ready to go get some coffee?
Yeah, let's go.
You got it.
I think she was from
One,
Rose State.
2, 3.
Woohoo!
Congratulations, Rose State college graduates.
Alrighty, back at Edmond Santa Fe, Josh Calloway, Jared Price, Jordan Ray. We are fired up and ready for this one. We're moments away from the 5A state semifinals, the Collinsville Cardinals and the Carl Albert Titans. Coaches meeting at home plate right now. After that, Jordan Ray is going to talk to Carl Albert Titans head coach Ryan Wiley to preview this game a little bit. But while we have a minute, let's go ahead and get into the starting lineups for this game, presented by Sherpa Moving. Sherpa Moving, a local full-service moving company offering packing, unpacking, and special handling services. Their team is experienced and knowledgeable. Help you get through what is usually a difficult time. Sherpa Moving for all your moving needs. 401 West 33rd Street in Edmond. Give them a call at 405-724-8750. Starting lineup first for the Collinsville Cardinals. They're going to be the road team today here at Edmond Santa Fe. So they're going to bat first. Here's how their 9 will look. Pretty much the same as yesterday. Leading off, Carson Duncan, the second baseman. Maddoxon Onko, the center fielder, bats second. Bentley Brown, the shortstop, bats third. Colton Hollenbeck, the catcher, will bat cleanup. Jonathan Badgewell, the third baseman, bats fifth. Talon Rush, first baseman, bats sixth. Preston Willis, the DH, will bat seventh. Cal Schloman in left field will bat eighth. And then Grady Smith in right field will bat ninth. J.J. Burrell gets the start today for the Cardinals on the mound. He'll try to follow up what J.T. Davis did yesterday, who was obviously phenomenal against Elgin. And the Cardinals are coached by Tony Reeder, 31-4 record coming into play today. The defense for the Titans, mostly the usual suspects here in the outfield. Mason Novotny in left. It's going to be Devontae Jones in center again with Tylen Holman still out. Easton Perkins in right. Sammy Gonzalez at third. Declan Murphy at short. Hutch Russell at second. Mr. Randall at first. Easton Harless behind the plate. And Mason Avery on the mound. That's not a name we expected to see, Jared. We got this thing.
We mentioned it, just before we went on, and it's an interesting move. But he's had some huge games for them this year, and so it's definitely not a drop-off in talent, and I think the idea behind that was to get the best defense possible behind him.
Jordan Ray is standing by with Coach Ryan White. Let's go to him.
All right, Coach Whiteley, you kind of threw us a curveball with going with Mason Avery because we were talking if it's going to be Sammy or Declan pitching this game. What can you say about Mason? What made you decide to pitch him today?
I think it gives us our best defense out there on the field behind him. And then Mason's done a great job all year. I mean, he's pounded the strike zone. I mean, he's got wins over Wasso and Edmond Memorial, which are two quality 6A teams. And, we just decided to go with it and see what happens.
Okay, yesterday Collinsville scored a lot of runs and not many hits. They drew a lot of walks, got hit by pitches. How important is control and command here for Mason?
Oh, it's real important. I mean, you can't put free guys on base, can't walk guys and make errors in the state tournament. It's going to come down to the pitching and defense, and tell our guys that all the time. We just got to execute on those two sides.
Last question, Braxton Jones was outstanding against your hitters yesterday, but is there anything they need to do differently to adjust so they can have a better outing?
No, not really. I mean, just go keep doing what they're doing. I mean, Braxton was a great pitcher for Sapulpa yesterday. I mean, did an outstanding job against us, so we put that one behind us, and now we're moved on to today.
All right, good luck, Coach.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate Coach Wiley always taking time for us on OSN. Hopefully we can catch up with him after the game as well. As we get ready to get this one going, Carson Duncan heading to the box for Collinsville, the second baseman today. Cardinals in the sharp navy blue look. Jared and I were talking about that before the broadcast. I like it. It looks nice.
Yeah, they do look good.
Titans in the home white. We are ready to go. Avery's ready, and he fires the first pitch. It's a ground ball right to short. Declan Murphy fields it on a tough hop, throw across, and one pitch, one out. That's how you want to start it for the Titans.
Yeah, ideal start there.
So just like that, one gone in the top half of the first, and that'll bring up Madison Onko, the center fielder for the Cardinals. And we saw all across the state yesterday how important defense is.
Absolutely.
Defense costing teams games left and right, all over in every class yesterday. So
absolutely,
making those routine plays is going to obviously be very important. First pitch to Onko is just off, 1-0. Our top of the inning sponsor is Buffalo Wild Wings. Buffalo Wild Wings, 5500 Tinker Diagonal in Del City. Come to Buffalo Wild Wings, support your favorite Mid-Del Spring sports team. Download the team card on your phone, show your waiter, and your team will get 10% of the proceeds. That pitch in there makes it 1-1. Yeah, definitely threw us a loop. We were, just thought it was a given. It'd be either Sammy Gonzalez or Declan Murphy. Last year in this spot, it was Sammy Gonzalez, and then Murphy got the championship game. But going with Mason Avery, like Coach Whiteley said, it's had a nice season. 2-1 now on Onko, the center fielder for the Cardinals. Another beautiful day for baseball. 70 degrees right now. Can't complain with that. 2-1. Misses high. 3-1 now. Another big crowd here. Good Carl Albert student contingent has made their way to Edmond Santa Fe. There's a lot of people, especially down the line down there.
Yeah.
It's a big crowd.
Yeah, there's really cool atmosphere and awesome weather, man.
3-1 on the way. And that one missed. So Onko draws a walk. Collinsville has their first base runner. And that'll bring up Bentley Brown, the shortstop. So we talked about it. Jordan just did with Coach Whiteley. That's what Collinsville did really well yesterday against Elgin. 9 runs on 4 hits.
Yeah,
that'll tell you right there that they were drawing lots of free passes.
Yeah, I don't think it's because they can't, make the big swing, but I think they really, really thrive with kind of the small ball strategy, and they did an awesome job of that yesterday. They might be looking to do more of that today.
Patient hitters. Brown checking with his dugout. Now he's ready. Avery sets as Onko leads off first. Cutting a miss, 0-1. A little bit breezy today. It looks like wind kind of blowing in a little bit, maybe toward left field. Pickoff attempt diving back in is Onko. Like we mentioned, these two teams met in the quarterfinals last year. Cash Ferris did what he usually does, twirled a gem. Titans won that game, obviously, then went on to win the state tournament, knocking out Sapulpa in the semis and then Bishop Kelly in the title game.
Yeah, we've said it plenty about how good he is, but that's probably as good as I've seen Cash this season. That was a heck of a way to go out for him.
Yeah. Really good yesterday. 1-1, swung on and missed, 1-2. So he's ahead of the shortstop for the Cardinals, Bentley Brown. Brown, a junior on this Cardinals team, so he'll be back next year. 1-2 pitch misses outside, 2-2. Said Avery, just a sophomore, young guy getting the ball in a huge spot. Two-two pitch. Cut on and miss, struck him out. First strikeout of the day for Avery. Look at that one on the East Side Church of Christ instant replay. So our first strikeout of the day, presented by Dynamic Health Clinic. And it brings up with 2 outs Colton Hollenbeck, the catcher. Hollenbeck had a really good day at the plate yesterday in that game against Elgin. He's ahead 1-0. Dynamic Health Clinic. Dr. Kaufman specializes in athletic injuries, able to get athletes back in action very quickly using a system called Advanced Muscle Integration. Play better, recover faster at Dynamic Health Clinic. 1-0 count on Hollenbeck. Breaking ball dropped in there. That had some serious bend to it.
Yeah, that was a good pitch.
And it's 1-1. Avery trying to strand Onko, who drew a one-out walk, then Cade Bentley Brown. And now working on the Cardinals catcher, Colton Hollenbeck. 1-1. In there for strike 1 and 2. Something I've noticed this last few weeks, a lot of pitchers have their hat fall off on the.
Yeah,
I never
it is
noticed it
weird.
until yesterday. Newcastle starter Ryder Gibson was happening all the time. Avery's already had it happen a couple times here.
So, did you have long hair when you were pitching?
I did not. I actually didn't have any of this hair when I was pitching. So I usually kept my hat on, but it's a little emotion and adrenaline in the body's kind of jerking pretty quick. It's kind of hard to keep that hat on sometimes.
Yeah, with your due, I bet your hat would fall off some.
You're probably right.
2 outs. Missed outside. Count goes full, so Onko at first will get a head start. Onko runs pretty well, so ball in the gap here with that head start probably gets the Cardinals on the board. We'll see. 3-2 pitch. Fouled off the right side. Our first Bobby Lewis Insurance foul ball of the game. Surprisingly great rates with 2 locations to serve you in Choctaw at 405-281-6700 and Del City at 405-670-3665. Quick turnaround for Jordan and I. We were at the Newcastle Blanchard game. We were still on the air. About 12 hours ago, we were still on the air for sure. As this ball is popped into left field. That one's got some carry, but should be playable out there in left. And pulling that one in is Mason Novotny, the senior, as many of this team is, and it's a scoreless first for Mason Avery. So he navigates the early trouble. Hollenbeck gave that one a ride, but it came down shy of the wall, and a good play out there and left by Novotny. It's a scoreless first. We'll stick here to give you the lineups here for the bottom half, again presented by Sherpa Moving. Here's what the starting nine will look like for the Titans offensively. Declan Murphy going to lead it off the shortstop. Sammy Gonzalez, third baseman, bats second. Mr. Randall, the first baseman, bats third. Hutch Russell, second baseman, bats fourth. Tanner Norman, the DH, in the 5 spot. Easton Perkins, right fielder, bats seventh. Easton Harless, the catcher, bats seventh. Perkins is sixth, my mistake. Devontae Jones, center fielder, bats eighth. And then Mason Novotny, the left fielder, will round it out. Defensively for Collinsville, it'll look like this. Cal Schloman in left, Madison Onko in center, Grady Smith in right, Jonathan Badgel at third, Bentley Brown in short, Carson Duncan at second, Talon Rush at first, Colton Hollenbeck behind the plate, and J.J. Burwell on the mound. What'd you like there from Avery in his first inning?
Yeah, I thought he pounded the zone. He got to a couple of longer counts than I'm sure they would have liked, but I mean, nonetheless, 3 outs and a 0 on the board. That's all you can ask for in a game like this.
So as we get ready to go to the bottom of the bottom of the first, we want to make sure we get our bottom inning sponsor in, which is Rose State College. Your parents want to save money on college, help your student get ahead by earning college credit in high school. It's called concurrent enrollment, and Rose State College makes it easy and very affordable. Apply today at rose.edu/concurrent. So we're going to look here at J.J. Burwell for the Cardinals, who will try to follow up, like we mentioned, what J.T. Davis did yesterday. Davis was fantastic in the win over Elgin. Had a no-hitter into the 6th in that game. Only gave up 1 hit yesterday to the Owls. And so he'll be trying to follow that up and navigate this Carl Albert lineup that is just so good. It's so tough, 1 through 9. We talked about it before. You have to make really usually 3 good pitches to get any of these guys out.
Yeah.
Pretty much everybody's got some speed. There's certainly some big power sources on the lineup too. So it's a tough one to navigate. We'll see how Burwell does. Starting with Declan Murphy at the top. You have to wonder, too, and obviously if Avery just pitches well, it'll be his game like you'd expect, but if Sammy or Declan could be available to pitch later in this game if you needed him to. You would think so.
Yeah, you definitely will. It's kind of like we mentioned yesterday. This is the only game that matters right now. You have to pull out all the stops that you got to win today, and then whatever you have left, you'll find a way tomorrow. So I think everybody's on tap right now, but looks like Avery started it off just like they wanted him to.
Yeah, and that's the luxury you have by starting Avery is you can bring one of those guys in, and then tomorrow you'll have them both, available if needed. So
for sure.
So here comes Declan Murphy into the box to face Burwell First pitch in there for a strike. And 0-1 on Declan Murphy, one of the very few juniors that are in this lineup. To see a lot of action. He'll be back next year. It's an old Carl Albert team. We did the senior night broadcast, and it was basically the normal starting 9 was the senior night. And they're trying to go out on a high note. Obviously defending champions and also won it in 2021. One misses inside. Like Jordan kind of mentioned, other end of the bracket, Duncan and Tahlequah will play on this field after. And then the two winners today will meet tomorrow in the state championship game at Bricktown Ballpark. Chopper to third, fielded by Badgewell. Fire across, got him. And so there's one gone. Do you have something, Jordan?
Oh, I was going to say that after last night, I'm here without any coffee. So I'm going to manage as best I can.
Props to you.
I was about to mention, too, Declan was being pretty patient there until he took that swing.
Yeah.
'Cause that was just a contrast from last year, or last game.
Yeah, that's very true. We talked about it yesterday, Jared. He was swinging at
kind
of everything, which you said it sounds bad. He was making contact.
Yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
But he was very aggressive yesterday, so that's a good point from Jordan. First pitch to Sammy Gonzalez is inside 1-0. That one's in there for a strike, 1-1. Sam Gonzalez, the big third baseman. Good pitcher, senior. Has a lot of pop in that bat. He poke one to the right side, coming over and bobbling in at second. Now throwing to first, and it's wide of the mark. As that one was kind of just doomed from the start for Carson Duncan. He bobbled it, and then the throw was wide. So a defensive miscue, and the Titans have a base runner.
Yeah, we mentioned that. That being a thing. It never looked like he got a great beat on that one, but Titans will certainly look to take advantage of that.
Well, it was kind of weird because Sammy Gonzalez has got so much power, and he swung pretty hard, but it just kind of fell over there. He didn't have a lot of zip on. I think it maybe kind of fooled him a little bit at first off the bat. He probably, he still definitely gets him if the throw's on time.
Yeah,
so it was kind
I think so too.
Sped up. So a base runner on for Mr. Randall. He rips this one foul. Smacks above the Carl Albert dugout here at Edmond Santa Fe. Bobby Lowe's foul ball. Talked about it yesterday, but if you weren't with us, great facilities here at Edmond Santa Fe. Really cool ballpark. Great venue for this.
Great hospitality room.
Yes. Some very solid donuts in there. 0-1 pitch coming to Mr. Randall. He'll check the runner back. But like we said, championship game, if we get there tomorrow, will be at Bricktown Ballpark in Oklahoma City, which is a cool thing, obviously, to get to have the championship games there. These teams that earn it get the chance to play in the big park in the state. Bunt laid down by Randall, foul off the left side. Is that bunting for a hit, you think, or just straight sacrifice?
I think a little bit of both. With his speed, I think he would have maybe an icing on the cake type of thing if he was safe. But I think Whiteley would have rather him, get that down in fair territory. It seems to be kind of the vibe of this weekend is kind of move runners over and get runs in any way you can.
Right. You have one of your most reliable hitters on deck in Hutch Russell, so you feel good about that with a man in scoring position. 0-2. That ball's hit into left field. That might get down for a hit, and it will. Base hit for Mr. Randall, so forget the bunt. I'll just get a single instead.
Yeah.
And there's now 2 men on for the Titans here in the first. They got something cooking.
Yeah, good opportunity to the Titans here with 2 of probably the best and maybe their second best option for, doubles and home runs.
So now how does the junior Burwell handle the traffic on the base paths? And obviously the Titan lineup is so tough 1 through 9, but you're going into a couple of the toughest ones with Russell and Norman, both lefties, that can hit the ball far and hard.
Yeah, they can.
Second baseman, number 12, Hatch Russell.
PA called Hutch Russell Hatch Russell, and it got quite the groan from the Carl Albert faithful. That was funny. That ball's bounced in, and it's 1-0.
If somehow Hutch scores when he touches, Spox.
We may have to take a step over and get a name pronunciation change.
I believe that is that Hutch Russell's mom behind home
Yeah.
plate. She turned around and gave the PA a little something to hear about that. 1-0. That one just off. That was close, but it just misses, and it's now 2-0. So a hitter's count to Hutch Russell with 2 guys on here in the bottom of the first. Major opportunity for the Titans to get on the board first. 2-0 coming. Nice pitch. Breaking ball in there for a strike, 2-1. And now PA corrected it, got a big cheer. 2-1 now. Runners go. Fire down to third base. Gonzalez diving in. Safe. Wow, that was really close. I thought they got him to the naked eye.
Like Sammy may have squeezed around the tag there.
Look at the instant replay.
That was a really good throw.
Wow, that is
But
so close.
Even better slide by Sammy. That's what made the difference there.
A phenomenal use of the Eastside Church of Christ instant replay. Eastside Church of Christ in Midwest City believes in loving Jesus by loving their neighbors. Join them with song and praise beginning at 10 a.m. So the count is 3-1 on Russell. And he rips this one into right field. That's going to score at least a run on the sac fly. It will be caught. But Gonzalez will take off from third. No way you're going to get him from way back there. Throw goes into second, and the Titans are on the board.
Exactly what you're looking there from Hutch. A pitch he can drive, and maybe any other day without the wind, that's got a chance of leaving the ballpark.
It was hit pretty well. Wind is blowing kind of in, and if anyway, it's going to left field. So you're right, not the way the wind's going, but that ball was hit well.
Yeah, it was.
Boy, that was really close at third base, by the way. And Gonzalez, he did a heck of a job not to slide past the bag. He hung on for dear life. So now you have a man at third with 2 outs for Tanner Norman. Randall also obviously wisely moved up on that sac fly. First pitch down low to Norman. Tanner Norman, a lot of power. If anybody could cut through that wind, it would be him. 1-0 count here. Hit hard to left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Randall will trot home from third. It's an RBI single for Tanner Norman. Titans lead it by 2.
It has to be so nice they're not seeing Braxton Jones. It's like the shackles have been taken off.
That was just a textbook opposite field single. Took it the other way. Clean right through. And the Titans now, after scoring just 1 run yesterday, and it took obviously a little defensive help.
Yeah.
They're putting some really good swings on here in this first inning. They got 2 runs on the board. Pitch is going to hit Perkins now. So he gets plunked. And there's going to be 2 men on for Easton Harless. And the Titans faithful is on Burwell right now.
Yeah, chance to really break it open early here.
Yeah. And probably a smart mound visit here for Collinsville coming out and talk to their pitcher, Burwell, as it's gotten a little wobbly on him here in the bottom of the first. So after Murphy grounded out, the Sammy Gonzalez, that error kind of opened it up a little bit at second base. Followed up with a Randall single, the sac fly from Russell after the double steal. Now Norman's base hit and the hit by a pitch. And the Titans have 2 runs on the board and are threatening to do more.
For sure, that would have been the second out, and the at bat may have been different, but it changes everything after that, and changes the whole vibe of the inning there.
So we'll see what further damage Easton Harless can do. Mason Avery's got to be loving this. I'm sure he doesn't love the sitting, but like you kind of said yesterday, you'll take the runs.
Absolutely,
that's the trade-off you're going to take.
Absolutely, makes your strategy and approach on the mound very, very simple.
Now batting for Carl Albert, the catcher, number 11, Easton Harless.
So Harless gets in the box with 2 men on and 2 outs, trying to keep this first inning going. Is that a big towel hanging out of his pants? Don't see that.
Yeah, a lot of catchers will sweat more than usual. Probably just trying to keep his hands dry.
And Burwell will step off. Now he's back in the on the mound. That one misses inside, 1-0. That one just got a piece of it, foul ball. Bobby Lewis, insurance foul ball. It's an early opportunity for the Titans. They've already got 2 on the board, which, again, after only putting up 1 yesterday, feels like a good start. The way Avery threw in that first inning. Trying to add on to it. Give themselves a really nice early cushion. Pickoff attempt back to second. Goes off the glove. Delayed decision to take off. Took them a while to see it, but the runners will move up. So shaky defense continuing to hurt Collinsville here.
Yeah, we mentioned it with a couple other games around the state. We saw it a few times yesterday. The small defensive mistakes add up in games like this.
It makes me think, too, of what Coach Whiteley told Jordan before the game. We went with our best defensive team.
For sure.
Which some people might think, throw your best pitchers, you want your best lineup. But he said we want our best defensive team.
Absolutely.
And you're seeing how defense can really hurt you in these one-and-done games. Count goes 2-1. Multiple times in state tournament games yesterday where defense was just the difference. A big mistake in the field. And that was the case for Carl Albert in their game yesterday against the Pulpa. That one just caught the inside edge. So 2-2. Collinsville pleading for one more strike here to get out of this. You're only down 2 runs. Got to find a way to limit the damage if you're the Cardinals right now. Base hit probably get you 2 more for the Titans. 2-2 coming. Fouled off. So Harless stays alive. Good at bat here from Harless, really battling against Burwell. Two on the way. That ball's lofted out into center field. Looks like it's going to fade toward right. Be playable and caught out in right field by Grady Smith. So that'll end the inning, but the Titans put 2 on the board after 1. The Carl Albert Titans lead Collinsville 2-0 in this 5A state semifinal on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Have you ever seen an insurance commercial and ask yourself, are they really telling me the truth? Well, guess what? They're not.
Somebody runs a red light and you think all of a sudden their insurance company's going to be all neighborly about it? Insurance companies aren't in the business of saving you money. They're in the business of keeping your money.
So remember, save our number in your phone so when tragedy strikes, call Rob and Will.
Red Plains Plumbing has been offering reliable commercial and residential services to the OKC metro area for over a decade. From new construction and remodeling to residential repair, they can handle jobs of all sizes. When you need a trusted name in plumbing, it's Red Plains Plumbing. Family owned and operated. Phone 405-769-1922. That's 405-769-1922.
Back at Edmond Santa Fe High School, Josh Calloway, Jared Price, Jordan Ray on the Oklahoma Sports Network. As we go to the top of the second, the Titans of Carl Albert leading Collinsville 2-0. A good first inning certainly for the Titans as they get a 0 on the board and then come back offensively on a Hutch Russell sacrifice fly and a Tanner Norman RBI single, have an early 2-0 lead over Collinsville. A couple of defensive errors for the Cardinals helping the Titans out there. As we move to the second inning, due up for the Cardinals will be 5, 6, 7, starting with Jonathan Badgewell, the third baseman who's making his way toward the box now against Mason Avery, the sophomore starter for the Titans. Was a little bit of a surprise for us, at least, when we saw his name on the mound, but only 1 inning, but a good start. as he walked a batter, but navigated a scoreless first inning. We'll see if he can keep it up against this good Cardinals lineup that obviously put 9 runs up on the board yesterday in their win over Elgin. So Badgewell's in the box and ready to go. First pitch up and in. That one went way up and in, went over the head of Badgewell. So the count 2-0 now on the Cardinals' third baseman. Cut and a miss, 2-1. Good bounce back there. Ground ball to the left side. Declan Murphy fields it on a hop. Fire across. Got him. Nice play.
Great
by
play.
Declan Murphy. Definitely taking a look at that on the Eastside Church of Christ instant replay. That was well done by Murphy.
Now batting for Collinsville.
Tell you what, in one of the regional games, I think it was the first Altus game when Cash Ferris had his 5 innings, no hits, no runs. Murphy had 2 errors in that game. Since then, he has been nails in the field.
Yeah, he has been good. And that's a example of what Coach Whiteley was looking for, to have your best defense out on the field.
Obviously, if Murphy's on the mound, obviously Hutch Russell usually would slide over, but now somebody's at second base.
True.
The ripple effect.
Yeah.
2-0 the count here on the Cardinals' 6-hole hitter, Talon Rush, who's certainly in the all-name team. We talked about that yesterday. Really good.
Yeah, that's a cool one.
So he's got a hitter's count here, 2-0 after the ground out by Badgewell to Declan Murphy. Two-0 pitch in there for a strike, 2-1. Fell behind Badgewell 2-0 as well, then battled back with a couple nice pitches to get him. Trying to do the same here against Talon Rush. Cut and a miss, 2-2. Popped up to the right side. Russell running out there. Looks like it'll be playable in right for Perkins, and he makes the play right by the line. 2 gone. A couple of seniors, Russell and Perkins, felt like there was some pretty good communication there as Russell was getting out there. Looked like he had a beat on it, but Perkins called him off.
Yeah, good play.
And made the play.
And keep in mind, Perkins has mostly played first baseball in high school, but he moved to right field this year.
Looked comfortable on that one. And so there's 2 gone for the DH, Preston Willis. Willis ahead 1-0 on Avery. So Avery, if you're going to knock him for anything, it's kind of fallen behind a lot of guys.
For sure. He's done a good job of coming back.
Yeah. 2-0 again. So every batter in this inning has been 2-0. I haven't hurt him yet, obviously, getting outs. Hasn't given up a hit first 6 batters, but probably something you want to try and rectify as we move along into this game. Swing and a miss, 2-1. Look a little off speed there.
Yeah, it looked like a changeup there. You would think he was, sitting on a fastball there and trying to drive it, and fooled him with a changeup.
That ball's hit pretty well out to center. Should be playable for Jones. He's tracking it to the wall, and he's got it over the shoulder. That ball just kind of kept carrying.
Yeah, it did.
But Jones able to get back and make a play on it out there in deep center, deepest part of the yard. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Mason Avery. At the end of an inning and a half, it's Carl Albert 2, Collinsville 0. You're watching the 5A state semifinals on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Back at Edmond Santa Fe High School, Josh Calloway, Jared Price, Jordan Ray bringing you the 5A state semifinals. The Carl Albert Titans and the Collinsville Cardinals. Titans an early 2-0 lead. Couple of nice frames for Mason Avery on the bump for the Titans, the sophomore pitcher. Offense got him an early lead, and they're going to try and add to it here with Devontae Jones leading off. Ground ball to the right side. Fielded at first base. Fire back to the pitcher. Got him! Wow, what a wild play that was. As we'll take another peek at that on the East Side Church of Christ instant replay. Good scoop at first, and then the pitcher here, Burwell, kind of fell as he caught it and just laid on the bag.
Yeah, that was weird. Excellent job of getting over and covering first base. You know, it looked like he may have not had a great handle on it, so just smothered it with his body and looked like he dove on the base. That's a heck of an effort play.
So the leadoff man retired, and it brings up Mason Novotny, who gets ahead 1-0. Pretty good scoop at first base by Rush for the Cardinals. As off the bat, looked like that was going to get through. But he makes the play, gets it back to Burwell, and makes the out. And it looks like that one's got a piece of Novotny. Just clipped him on the leg. And there's a one-out base runner. That's not the guy you want to plunk for a couple of reasons. One, he's fast. Mason Novotny can move. Two, you're flipping the lineup over now with a man on base as we're back to the top with Declan Murphy, the Titans shortstop. He grounded out to third his first time. He's got a man on first base here with one out. Ooh, they said he swung on that. Boy, that didn't even look close to a swing.
Yeah, it didn't seem like Carl Albert faithful was certainly
hard to tell check swings
giving
from
their
here
opinions
sometimes,
on it.
but so it's 0-1. Pickoff attempt back, diving back in is Novotny.
The fans didn't like it, but the dugout wasn't complaining as much.
As a hitter, it's just every time on those, you're just saying, can you please just check with the first base?
Yeah,
yeah. That feels like an automatic. 0-1. That one's in the dirt, 1-1.
In college and professionally, the hitter actually has the right to appeal to the first base umpire, which more times than not, they won't go against each other, but it's kind of an interesting add to the rule.
Yeah. 1-1. That one's inside. That almost hit. I can't believe it didn't. 2-1 now. As ball's kind of getting away from Burwell inside on right-handers, kind of running in. Hollenbeck out to talk to his pitcher, give him a little pep talk, a couple of mechanic things he wanted to say to him real quick. Bottom of the second here, 5A state semifinals. Winner to the championship game tomorrow. That's a 2 p.m. first pitch at Bricktown Ballpark. They'll see either Tahlequah or Duncan. Those two teams will play on this field in the other semifinal to follow. Diving back in on the pickoff attempt is Novotny. Like we said, Carl Albert defending champs and won it all in 2021. The team sandwiched in the middle there is Duncan. So if that's the way that it went, be a lot of rings matching up.
Absolutely.
Tomorrow as this ball is driven down the right field line and foul. So the count 2-2 now on Declan Murphy with a man on first base. And one gone in the bottom of the second. Titans with an early 2-0 lead, trying to add on to it. Give Mason Avery more cushion to work with. 2-2. Ripped hard to the left side. Base hit for Declan Murphy. A clean single through the left side of the infield. Third Titans hit, and it's got him in business here with 2 men on and only 1 out.
Yeah, another opportunity for some runs here with the middle of the lineup coming up.
Yep. So Sammy Gonzalez comes up. He reached on an error the first time. That kind of got the whole ball rolling in that first inning that let the Titans get 2 runs on the board.
Yep.
See what he can do this time with men on first and second and 1 out. Certainly an opportunity right now. And if you're the Cardinals, you're thinking we cannot afford to get into a hole against this Titans team. The way they play defense, the way they pitch. Pitch misses inside 1-0. Burwell sets. Novotny dancing off second base a little bit, and Burwell will check him. One 0 on the way. Ripped to the left side, fielded at short by Bentley Brown. He'll fire to third and get the lead man there. So Novotny is out, and it will be 2 gone. You like the throw to third there?
Yeah, I agree. Unless we were always told, unless you're for sure about turning 2 up the middle, you always want to make sure and get the lead out.
Makes sense. Would have been tough kind of going into the hole to get it to second and flip it back down to Gonzalez. So
yeah.
Probably not the worst move. And so it's runners on first and second now with 2 out for Mr. Randall. Randall singled his first time. I think he called time before that pitch. That pitch not going to count. Mr. Randall's got a very good batting stance.
Yeah, he does.
He really.
He looks like he's in there ready to go.
He's ready to hit a bomb. Fouled off the right side. 0-1. Burrell trying to wiggle out of some danger here, keep the deficit at just 2. Ground ball foul off the third base side. And he's now ahead 0-2 on Randall. Trying to escape some danger here.
Yeah, this will be a good spot to get out of.
Oh, 0-2 pitch coming from Burwell. That ball's hit into left field. It's got a chance to get down, and it will. Mr. Randall comes through again. Now Murphy will come in to score from second base. It's an RBI single for Mr. Randall, and the Titans lead it 3-0. I think Mr. Randall is dialed in.
Yeah, he's had 2 really good at-bats, and a 2-strike, 2-out RBI are, definitely big, especially this time of year.
So a 2-out base knock. Go ahead, Jordan.
Well, he's just showing why he's worthy of moving to the third hole, because that was kind of an unusual move, because for much of the season he either bat leadoff or towards the bottom of the order.
So he's come through twice now, and the Titans have got a 3-0 lead with Hutch Russell at the plate. 2 gone, and runners on first and second. Gonzalez held there. That ball's ripped to right field. It's going to tail foul, but he was on it. Just a little out in front of it.
Yeah.
And the count 0-2. Cardinals desperately trying to limit the damage, keep this thing within reason, hopefully get your bats going.
Yep.
That one misses up and away. Easy take for Russell, 1-2. Titans lead the Cardinals 3-0 here, 5A state semi. Just off the outside edge. Looked like it was a good call.
Looked like. May have been a few balls off. It was a good take by Hutch.
It's close. And so the count runs even at 2-2, which is, again, what we kind of say. These Titan hitters just don't really leave the zone.
No.
Very much at all. 2-2. Way outside, and the count is now full. The runners will get a head start. 3-2, 2 outs. And for Hutch Russell, knowing he's almost certainly going to get something in the zone.
Yeah.
Dangerous spot if you're the Cardinals.
Yeah, he's going to look to be really aggressive here.
So the runners will get a jump. 3-2, 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. And Burwell will step off. Popped up to the left side. Should get out of play, and it will. So Russell stays alive. Him stepping off there made me think, did you also see, we talked about the Elk City Chickasha game earlier, the pop-up to end the game, which was just insanity, but to tie the game for Elk City, did you see how Chickasha tied the game?
I guess I didn't.
It was on a balk.
Was it really?
In the
wow.
7th. Is that right, Jordan? The 7th? Or the 6th?
It was, I think, the 5th inning, but.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Still, balk to tie the game as 3-2 is in there for a strike. Got Russell looking. He thought it was in, but they get him looking. And that will end the third. We'll recap that Elk City Chickasha game a little bit on the other side. Titans lead at 3-0 after 2, 5A state semifinal on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Experience the best wash in town at Tommy's Express. You'll love our open and bright tunnels, easy loading flat belt conveyor, unlimited membership, and free vacuums and mat washers. Experience the difference and visit Tommy's Express today.
If you've lived in Oklahoma long enough, you'll know that we get extreme weather. With that extreme weather comes hail damage to your roof and an insurance claim. When that happens, there's not a better company to deal with on your insurance claim than Cantrell Roofing and Construction. Since 1987, Cantrell Roofing and Construction has proven to be the best in the business. And always remember, got hail? Call Cantrell.
All right, back at Edmonds Santa Fe, Josh Calloway, Jared Price, Jordan Ray on the Oklahoma Sports Network. We move to the top of the third. Carl Albert leading Collinsville 3-0 in this 5A state semifinal. 8-9-1 do it for the Cardinals here, starting with Cal Schloman, the left fielder. And he's behind 0-1 off a nice pitch by Mason Avery. 0-1 here is fouled off the right side. So we're talking about that Elk City Chickasha game. Balk to tie it, and then the pop-up drop to end the game in the 8th, which is, we talked about Cash Ferris, yesterday, best pitcher in the state.
Yeah.
The other competition for that is Elk City starter Cash Mayfield, who's also committed to Oklahoma State.
Okay.
Big lefty, and, Chickasha didn't have a lot of answers for him, but you balk in a run, Jordan, you were there. The scene,
tough.
just unbelievable.
Yeah, you just don't see that because he wasn't worried at all about base runners. He wasn't thinking at second and third. He just apparently didn't reset the proper way, is how I was told. But like Josh has said before on the air, the balk rule is not something I can ever understand. I know, Jared, you can, but it's above some of us.
Yeah,
and that was so huge because that's what sent the game to extra innings.
Yeah,
and then the way the game ended, people have seen it as a ground ball up the middle, diving play by Murphy, fire to first, and he's gonna beat it out. It's gonna be an infield single for Grady Smith after Cal Schloman was struck out looking. As Grady Smith hit that one up the middle, diving play by Declan Murphy, threw down to first, but Smith able to beat it, and so the Cardinals' first hit of the day comes on an infield single. Another great play by Murphy, though, just to even make that close off the bat. He thought that's getting through. So the lineup turns over. We're back to the top with Carson Duncan, the Cardinals' second baseman. He grounded out to shortstop his first time. Hits this one into right, tailing foul. It'll get out of play. Yeah, there's some thought for Mayfield that, because as good as he is, thinking him and Ferris both going to Oklahoma State, what a great crop that is. But there's some thought that Mayfield may not make it to Oklahoma State. He may be signing out of high school.
Yeah, certainly seems that way.
0-1 coming. Ground ball caught out of the air. It's a liner. Double play. What a play by Avery. You got to take a look at that one on the East Side Church of Christ instant replay. The line drive right back to him, caught out of the air. Runner had no chance, and he's doubled off. Avery fired up. The Titans are fired up. And at the end of 2.5, they lead it 3-0 over Collinsville. 5A state semifinal on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Let's go. What business do you want to start?
I want to start a car mechanic shop.
Let's say we go to Scissor Tape.
Ready to go get some coffee?
Yeah, let's go.
You got it.
I think she was from
One,
Rose State.
2, 3.
Woo-hoo!
Congratulations, Rose State college graduates.
Have you ever seen an insurance commercial and asked yourself, are they really telling me the truth? Well, guess what? They're not.
Somebody runs a red light, and you think all of a sudden their insurance company's going to be all neighborly about it? Insurance companies aren't in the business of saving you money. They're in the business of keeping your money.
So remember, save our number in your phone so when tragedy strikes,
call Rob and Will.
Red Plains Plumbing has been offering reliable commercial and residential services to the OKC metro area for over a decade. From new construction and remodeling to residential repair, they can handle jobs of all sizes. When you need a trusted name in plumbing, it's Red Plains Plumbing. Family owned and operated. Phone 405-769-1922. That's 405-769-1922.
All right, back at Edmond Santa Fe, we head to the bottom of the third. Carl Albert leading Collinsville 3-0. First pitch to Tanner Norman here for the Titans is in their first strike. 5-6-7 due up for Carl Albert here in the bottom of the third. A great double play turned by Mason Avery to end the top of the third.
Now, Jared, is that, as a pitcher, is that like one of those double plays you hope to turn every now and then just to have the experience?
I mean, that would be great, yeah, but those plays are kind of a safety first type of play. You put your glove in the way of it hitting you, and it ends up kind of being somewhat of luck, but nonetheless, that's a heck of a play, and they will absolutely take it.
Definitely just kind of reflexes.
Definitely.
Snagged that one out of the air, and like we said, runner had no shot on that as Tanner Norman goes down looking. Nice pitch there by Burwell. So after he struck out Hutch Russell looking to end the top of the third, he gets Tanner Norman looking to end the bottom of the third. Maybe settling in a little bit is Burwell.
Yeah, he's definitely shown signs of why they have confidence in him to throw him in a game like this.
Brings up Easton Perkins, who takes a cut and a miss. Perkins was hit by a pitch the first time up. He's calling for time here as Burwell was getting ready to go. You're kind of seeing Burwell working a little quicker.
Yeah, we've seen that a few times this weekend, and
yesterday.
That's probably a coach's
Braxton
strategy.
Jones and Cash Ferris, we were humming. That game was like an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
We zoomed through that thing. Perkins almost got hit again. Both those guys were get the ball and go.
Yeah, they were. Definitely a coaching strategy there to try and, do whatever you can to try and break their rhythm. So we've seen that a few times this weekend.
1-1 coming. Swung on and missed. 1-2. Ground ball off the third base bag. Stays alive. Swung and a miss. Ball in the dirt. Hollenbeck will have to clean it up. Throw down to first. Got him. So that's 3 straight strikeouts for Burwell after the RBI single by Randall. 3 in a row, 3-4-5, or 4-5-6.
Yeah, it looks like he's settled in kind of nice. Gave up a few early, but seeing some signs of him getting in a little bit of a rhythm here.
Yeah. So Easton Harless now up, the catcher. He flew out to right his first time, fouls off the first pitch. Burwell looking for his first 1-2-3 inning of the day if he can find a way to retire Harless. And he's not going to get it as a line drive base hit into right center. Harless is going to round first. It's booted out in center field. And Harless will get into second. He might have gotten a second anyway. I'm going to give him the double on that as Harless gets a 2-bagger. And the Cardinals have got a man in scoring position here to try and add on more in the third.
All right, I believe that's Jackson Webster courtesy running. I used to actually teach with his mom. Do you want to confirm that number 14?
Yes, Jackson Webster, the courtesy runner for Harless, the catcher.
And he's only a freshman.
Yeah,
he's
just
a freshman.
peeping that. Freshman. Yep. So here comes Devontae Jones, who's kind of, thrown into this a little bit. Obviously, Devontae plays, but Tylen Holman, the normal starting center fielder, banged up. So they've gone to the Junior Jones in these state tournament games. Wind is just blowing my papers everywhere in here. 1-0.
By the way, Devontae, he's been getting some advice, at least before his previous at-bat, with Hutch and Tanner, so the 2 other left-handed hitters were passing on some things about this pitcher, Burrell.
Couple of good guys to take some advice from there.
Something that the best teams do, too, good lineups, is you see it so much of that.
Yeah.
Conversation between the hitters.
Yep.
Even guy coming off, talking to the guy on deck, get any little thing. That's what good teams do. 2-0 count on Jones. And certainly you're not looking, I think it probably helps Jones that you're not looking for somebody to step in and we need you to pound the ball.
No.
We need you to play a solid center field, work some good at-bats. The way this lineup is, it's really just, go out and just don't do anything crazy. Just be within yourself. Ground ball to third base side, and it's booted there. Runner rounds third. Webster slides at the plate. Got him! Wow, what a play that was. Take a look at that one, certainly on the east side. Church of Christ instant replay as it was lost at third. The throw into the plate on Webster. Boy, I don't know. That was really close.
Yeah, that's a close one.
The ball beat him there, but he was coming in so hot that he might have slid in under the tag. But nevertheless, he's called out, and that's going to end the third. We've had some serious highlights in this game so far. We're through 3. Carl Albert leading Collinsville 3-0. We go to the 4th in the 5A state semis on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Red Plains Plumbing has been offering reliable commercial and residential services to the OKC metro area for over a decade. From new construction and remodeling to residential repair, they can handle jobs of all sizes. When you need a trusted name in plumbing, it's Red Plains Plumbing. Family owned and operated. Phone 405-769-1922. That's 405-769-1922.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
All right, back at Edmond Santa Fe, Josh Calloway, Jared Price, Jordan Ray, and the Oklahoma Sports Network. We head to the fourth with Carl Albert leading Collinsville 3-0. Madison Onko, the leadoff man, grounds one down the third base line, and it's just foul.
Well, that looked close over there.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like the Collinsville faithful is not a fan of that call. I honestly didn't get a great look at it. Third base coach for Collinsville, it looked like he had to show some restraint because he did not agree. But it's a foul ball for Madison Onko. 2-3-4 up for the Cardinals here in the top of the fourth as they try to get some offense going against the sophomore Mason Avery, who's pitching very well for the Titans right now. Another foul ball, 0-2. Right part of the order for Collinsville trying to get something going. Onko, Bentley Brown, Colton Hollenbeck. Feels like a big spot maybe here in this game. Second look at Avery for these guys. Got him looking. Nasty. Just snapped that breaking pitch off right on the outside edge. Look at that one on the east side. Church of Christ instant replay. That was nice.
Yeah, it was.
Now batting for Collinsville, number 7, Bentley Brown.
So one gone for Bentley Brown as the Dynamic Health Clinic strikeout by Avery makes it one gone. The shortstop Brown in the box. Brown struck out swinging his first time. He fouls the first pitch off. Mason Avery working on a gem right now. He's only given up one hit, and it was an infield single. I mean, he is pitching really well right now, the sophomore. Not that we question Coach Ryan Whiteley's decision, but he is looking very smart at the moment.
Yes, he definitely is.
As that one misses low, 1-1. Like Coach Whiteley noted, in the pregame interview with Jordan, he's pitched against really good teams this year and pitched well. 6A teams. We mentioned Owasso, right? Evan Memorial.
Yes.
Chopper to the third base side. That stays fair. Bare hand by Gonzalez. Throw to first. And Randall couldn't quite dig it out. He might have had him. It was close.
Yeah, that would have been a heck of a play if they connected on that.
That would have been a heck of a play. But Randall not quite able to dig that out. That took a big hop. Skip off the dirt. But it's an infield single for Brown. Just the second hit for the Cardinals, and they're both infield singles. But there's a man on for Colton Hollenbeck. And this is the guy you want to have guys on base for if you're the Cardinals. Hollenbeck, a very good hitter, the catcher, batting cleanup. Misses outside 1-0. That Owasso team, by the way, they're playing in the 6A semis later. They have Sand Springs, or maybe that game's right now, actually. They're playing Sand Springs.
Nice.
Yeah. And they beat Edmond Memorial.
Yeah, that's right. And then the other end of the 6A bracket, I'm trying to remember. I'm blanking on who it was. It's
Stillwater.
Stillwater, right?
Miracle comeback yesterday.
And then Westmore, I believe, is the other one.
Yes.
Ground ball right to second base. Could be a double play. Hutch Russell flipped to short. Murphy fires back to first. He got him. That Titan defense coming through again. Eastside Church of Christ instant replay one more time. Russell, the flip to Murphy, had a little bit of a bobble in there, but he rockets it to first. And it's a double play for Avery, who's worked now 4 shutout frames. And at the midway point, it's the Titans 3, the Cardinals 0 for the 5A state semifinals on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Experience the best wash in town at Tommy's Express. You'll love our open and bright tunnels, easy loading flat belt conveyor, unlimited membership, and free vacuums and mat washers. Experience the difference and visit Tommy's Express today.
Back at Edmond Santa Fe High School, Josh Calloway, Jared Price, Jordan Ray on the Oklahoma Sports Network. We move to the bottom of the fourth. Carl Albert leading Collinsville 3-0 in this 5A state semifinal game. Defense, kind of the story right now for the Cardinals. Or for the Titans, I should say. They have forced 2 double plays, made lots of good plays in the field as Novotny loops this one into right field. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the fourth. We started the game talking about defense, how it's cost teams around the state yesterday in the state tournament. Coach Ryan Wiley said he wanted to focus on defense first when putting together the team, and that has paid off so far. They've made multiple really big plays in the field in this game so far.
Yeah, they have. The comebacker to Mason Avery, and that turn last inning was about as smooth as it gets.
So Novotny flies out and it turns the lineup over. We're back to the top with Declan Murphy. Murphy is 1 for 2. A ground out to third and a single so far today for him. He takes ball 1. I could not have missed by much. Maybe a tad high.
Yeah.
1-0. That one also missed, 2-0.
I think we're through the third time through the order now for Carl Albert.
Yeah, starting the third.
You'd think these at-bats will be a little more comfortable.
Sure. Popped up to the right side. Should get out of play, and it does. Bobby Lewis foul ball. Burwell seems to have settled in a little bit. Going back to the Hutch Russell at bat. Strikeout, strikeout, strikeout. Did go with the double to Harless, but then runner reach on an error, fly out, and now we're here with Murphy. So been a little bit stronger the last 5-6 batters or so. It's 2-2 on Murphy, and he gets hit in the back of the leg. So hit by pitch puts Murphy on base.
Stepping to the plate for Carl Albert, number 39, Samuel Gonzalez.
So a base runner for Sammy Gonzalez, who's still waiting to kind of break out. Reached on an error his first time, and then reached on a fielder's choice, so technically 0 for 2. But he's got a man on base here with 1 gone in the bottom of the fourth. One misses, 1-0. That one also misses inside. Count runs to 2-0 on Gonzalez. Only a few turns at bat left for Collinsville. Certainly have time, 3 innings, to try and get those 3 runs back, but you don't want it. You can't really afford to let it get much worse. At 3 runs, that's about where you want to keep it. Tall enough mountain to climb as it is. As pickoff attempt diving back in is Murphy. See, Murphy deploys the oven mitt. Where are you at on the oven mitt controversy? Some people seem to hate it because it kind of gives you an extra inch or two when diving into the bag.
Yeah, either way, I'm good with whatever. As fast as some of these runners run in, and anything you can prevent from injury is okay. But you certainly think that maybe the tip of that mid will give you
it definitely gives you another a little bit,
for sure.
Well, sometimes that matters. Sometimes that's the difference.
Oh yeah,
it makes it easier to when you're heading to second base to hold up your arm and try to break up a double play.
True.
Yeah. So Gonzalez walks on 4 pitches, and the Titans have got it cooking again with 2 guys on for that man, Mr. Randall. Randall has been fantastic today. 2 singles, the second of which scored a run with 2 outs. He's had really good at-bats.
Yeah, he has. He's really patient up there.
And probably a good conversation being had here because sensing that. If anybody's had kind of a beat on Burwell today, it's been Randall. He's looked very good in the box against him. So he's got a couple guys on with 1 out trying to cash in again and extend the Titans' lead as they try to get back once again to the state title game. That'll be a 2 p.m. start tomorrow at the Brick in OKC. Should the Titans be there, we'll be there tomorrow. It'll be a little different presentation as far as the broadcast goes with streaming obligations, things like that. We'll get more into that if the Titans do indeed win later, but we will be there on the Oklahoma Sports Network. We know that. So Randall back in the box. Runners on first and second with 1 gone. Titans lead the Cardinals 3-0, trying to add to it. 5A state semifinal game on the Oklahoma Sports Network here at Edmond Santa Fe. Randall shows bunt, pops up the bunt. It's going to get all the way into the bleachers. You'll see a lot of bunts get out of play.
No,
like
that was weird, yeah. Certainly don't mind the idea for a bunt here to put what a lot of people would think your best hitter with a chance to score 2 more.
Showing bunt again is Randall. Long set, fire. Randall pulled it back and then swung away. And he pops this up, and this will hit the wall. But the Duck have actually stayed in, but tough play for, I think that's Rush there at first base. He came barreling in. That's a concrete wall right there. Kind of a tough spot. So it's 0-2 on Randall. This is the same spot he was in when he got the single last time. He tried to bunt and then got behind 0-2 and then went ahead and said, all right, I'll swing away, and then got the big hit. So we'll see what he does this time. Hutch Russell waiting on deck. Cut and a miss. Got it by him. So it's a big strikeout for Burwell to sit down Randall. And he's got a chance to get out of this jam now with Hutch Russell coming up with 2 outs. Russell today hit a sacrifice fly to deep right field and then struck out looking in his second trip to the plate. And he's got certainly a big opportunity to try and pad this Titan lead a little bit. Burwell will step off. Russell turns on this one to right, but it looks like he got underneath it.
Tough
That's
play.
going to maybe be playable in the infield for Duncan. It is. In shallow right, second baseman for the Cardinals gets back on it. Carson Duncan, and that'll end the inning. So Burwell out of some danger, holds the deficit at 3 after 4. It's Carl Albert 3, Collinsville 0. You're watching the 5A state semifinals on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
If you've lived in Oklahoma long enough, you'll know that we get extreme weather. With that extreme weather comes hail damage to your roof and an insurance claim. When that happens, there's not a better company to deal with on your insurance claim than Cantrell Roofing and Construction. Since 1987, Cantrell Roofing and Construction has proven to be the best in the business. And always remember, got hail? Call Cantrell.
What business do you want to start?
I want to start a car mechanic shop.
Let's say we go to scissor tape.
Ready to go get some coffee?
Yeah, let's go.
You got it.
I think she was from
One,
Rose State.
2, 3.
Woohoo!
Congratulations, Rose State college graduates.
Alrighty, back at Edmond Santa Fe. We head to the 5th on the Oklahoma Sports Network with Carl Albert leading Collinsville 3-0. First pitch here is popped up to the right side and played by Hutch Russell in shallow right as Badgewell is retired. And Mason Avery just keeps humming along. Jared, he's pitching very, very well.
Yeah, he's doing awesome. One pitch, one out there. And I would think they're going to let him roll as long as he can because he's looked really good.
I mean, there's no reason to get away from him right now. They actually gave an error earlier on that Gonzalez barehand play, which I'm surprised. This one's popped out of play. 0-1. So he's actually only allowed one hit right now, and it was an infield single.
That should not have been an error.
No, I don't think so either. But that's how it went on the board, so we'll call it one for now. But either way, he hasn't allowed anything to get hit hard out of the infield, like at all. In this game, he's pitched very, very well. Ground ball to third base side. Diving play by Gonzalez. He's up. Fire across the diamond. Got him. And Gonzalez is fired up. Definitely look at that one on the east side. Church of Christ instant replay. That was good.
That's a heck of a play.
They are playing some defense. And quickly, 2 gone for the DH, Preston Willis. Willis flew out to center his first time. Ground ball, or first pitch off the plate, 1-0. Definitely if Carl Albert hangs on, Jordan, you'll have to get Coach Whiteley's thoughts on the defense because it has been tremendous. The double plays, diving plays, so good. 1-1 now after that swing and miss by Willis. As Mason Avery just keeps humming along. Breaking pitch in there, 1-2. A strike away for 5 shutout. That ball's popped up. It'll carry out to right field, but should be playable for Perkins. He camps underneath it and makes the play. It's a quick 1-2-3 inning for Mason Avery. At the end of 4.5, Carl Albert 3, Collinsville 0, 5A state semifinals on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Experience the best wash in town at Tommy's Express. You'll love our open and bright tunnels, easy loading flat belt conveyor, unlimited membership, and free vacuums and mat washers. Experience the difference and visit Tommy's Express today.
If you've lived in Oklahoma long enough, you'll know that we get extreme weather. With that extreme weather comes hail damage to your roof and an insurance claim. When that happens, there's not a better company to deal with on your insurance claim than Cantrell Roofing and Construction. Since 1987, Cantrell Roofing and Construction has proven to be the best in the business. And always remember, got hail? Call Cantrell.
Start a car mechanic shop.
Let's say we go to scissor tape.
Ready to go get some coffee?
Yeah, let's go.
You got it.
I think she was from
One,
Rose State.
2, 3.
Woohoo!
Congratulations, Rose State college graduates.
All right, back at Edmond Santa Fe, bottom of the fifth in this 5A state semi. Tanner Norman at the plate for the Titans against Burwell. Fouls that one off, makes it 1-1. Josh Calloway, Jared Price, Jordan Ray, we appreciate you being with us on a Friday afternoon. Beautiful weather for baseball, great crowd, great environment. What you sign up for. And Norman's ahead 2-1. Titans getting a great outing from sophomore Mason Avery. This ball's hit into center field. That's going to be a base hit for Tanner Norman. He rounds first hard. He's going to go for second. Throw in from Onko to second. Offline. It's a double for Tanner Norman. He was right on that.
Yeah, that's a great swing. His swing has looked really, really smooth today.
2 for 3 now.
Yeah.
And the Titans have a man in scoring position for Easton Perkins. Perkins got hit his first time, hit by pitch, and struck out swinging in his second trip to the plate. Titans lead the Cardinals 3-0, and they're trying to add on. Swing and a miss at the ball in the dirt makes it 0-1. Give Burwell credit. You know, the Titans got the 3 runs off him in the first 2 innings. He settled down with a couple of zeros, trying to give his offense, time and a chance to close that gap, but Avery's just not having it.
Yeah.
That one hit him again. So the second time today, Perkins has been plunked, and there's now 2 men on here in the 5th, and the Titans have got something brewing with a chance to really
I'm going to predict a bunt here from Harless.
Not a bad idea.
Or at least an attempt.
And now it looks like we have another visit at the mound. And we'll see if they stick with Burwell here or if they'll look to make a change at some point. With now 2 men on here in the 5th.
Looks like they're going to make a change.
And it looks like Onko, the center fielder, is trotting in for the Cardinals. So that's it for Burwell. He'll come out of the game as we'll try and get all the changes here, as it looks like Diego Rivera for Collinsville is going to head out to the outfield. And I think it's going to be Onko pitching. We'll get it all sorted out. We'll take a timeout here. Cardinal Albert leading Collinsville 3-0. Pitching change. We'll tell you about the new pitcher and get the changes sorted out when we get back here in the bottom of the 5th.
Have you ever seen an insurance commercial and ask yourself, are they really telling me the truth? Well, guess what? They're not.
Somebody runs a red light, and you think all of a sudden their insurance company's going to be all neighborly about it? Insurance companies aren't in the business of saving you money. They're in the business of keeping your money.
So remember, save our number in your phone so when tragedy strikes,
call Rob and Will.
Red Plains Plumbing has been offering reliable commercial and residential services to the OKC metro area for over a decade. From new construction and remodeling to residential repair, they can handle jobs of all sizes. When you need a trusted name in plumbing, it's Red Plains Plumbing. Family owned and operated. Phone 405-769-1922. That's 405-769-1922.
Back at Edmond Santa Fe, Josh Calloway, Jared Price, Jordan Ray on the Oklahoma Sports Network. New pitcher for Collinsville is Madison Onko, The center fielder comes in to pitch, replacing Burwell. Diego Rivera subs into the game. He's going to go out and left, and Schloman moves to right, I believe, and then Grady Smith in right moves to center. I think that's all the changes. Hopefully we got that all right. As the Titans have got runners on first and second here with nobody out in the bottom of the fifth for Easton Harless, the catcher. Jordan speculated maybe a bunt here. Wouldn't shock me. Try to get these guys in a scoring position, but we'll see. And he does show bunt. And he lays it down to the left side. That's a good bunt. Fielded at third by Batchwell. He's got no play. Bunt single for the catcher, Harless. And they're loaded.
I got to say, I am shocked that Collinsville's third baseman Badge was not playing farther
He was
up.
way too far back, yep. So the courtesy runner for Harless will be Tylen Holman. So there you go. Good chance to get Holman in the game as a runner. As you see that big brace on his left arm wrist. It's hard to tell exactly where it is, what is the injured part, but left arm.
Now, do you think about a bunt here with a force at home?
Oh, boy. Got to be a good one because, like you said, with the force at home, you got to flip it to the plate.
Yeah.
You can get them. It's
With
a lot easier than having a tag.
Yeah, with no outs. I mean, yeah, it's definitely got to be a good one, but you're looking at opportunity to really, really break it open here.
Yeah.
That's true. Just Devontae had obviously a great bunt yesterday.
Yeah.
So something to think about.
Yeah, I know. Well, he's speedy. Infield is up for Collinsville, so they're going to try and cut down on the run if they can. So we'll see. Bases are loaded for Devontae Jones, trying to really put this thing out of reach for the Titans, who already lead by 3. Pitch from Onko. Nice breaking ball in there for a strike, 0-1. Carl Albert leading Collinsville 3-0 in the bottom of the fifth and trying to really add to it. That one misses low and away, 1-1. How tough is this spot as a pitcher? Bases loaded with you, and you know you have no room for error.
Yeah, it is. You're trying to just throw it over the plate, make them earn it, and try and limit the damage as best as you can.
1-1, bounces in the dirt, and it's now 2-1. Had to get used to it at Noble yesterday. They have an old turf field out there.
Okay.
And so it just plays so differently.
Yes, it does.
Ball bouncing around everywhere.
Biggest difference in Noble, if there's a wild pitch past the catcher, it bounces right back to him.
Yep.
Wouldn't happen here.
Ball's fouled off the left side. Bobby Lewis foul ball, and it makes it 2-2 on Jones. So Onko a chance maybe to try and get a strikeout here and open the door to try and really limit the damage. We'll see what happens. 2-2 the count on Devontae Jones. Onko sets. And that one bounces away. Coming in to score from third easily. And it's now 4-0 Titans.
Well, they're saying it hit him.
Oh, it's a hit by pitch. Okay,
Yeah.
well, that's even better for Carl Albert. That puts the runner on base. As trotting in to score easily on that was Webster, who came in and ran
Now batting for Carl Albert, number 4.
for Norman, I believe. And so the hit by pitch makes it 4-0 Titans. Still bases loaded with nobody out.
Yeah, no signs of slowing down really either. Top of the lineup coming up next batter.
So here's Novotny, the 9-hole. He takes a strike, 0-1. So yeah, that was Webster, came in and ran for Norman. And the bases are still loaded with Perkins at third, Holman at second, and then now Jones at first. 1-1 the count on Mason Novotny. Like Jared said, lineup turns over after him, so a chance to really push this thing out right now with the Titans already leading it 4-0. That one's in there for a strike, 1-2. Four runs on 7 hits today for the Titans. Excuse me. The Cardinals have just 1 hit on their side. It's been just a textbook game for Carl Albert so far. That ball's hit, and a nice snag at short by Brown. Throw to third, got him. Double play.
A heck of a play.
Wow, what a play by Bentley Brown. to save disaster for the moment for the Cardinals. Taking a look at that one on the east side, Church of Christ, instant replay. That's a huge play. And there's now 2 gone just like that.
Yeah, the initial out in itself saves 2 runs.
Yeah.
And then getting him at third gets it to 2 outs and a chance to wiggle out of a huge jam with not as much damage as you would have thought.
So a great play by Brown makes it now 2 gone with runners on first and second for Declan Murphy. Murphy takes ball 1. Murphy today, 1 for 2, a single and a hit by pitch. Grounded out to third in his first at bat, but he's been on the next 2 times. Yeah, like you said, save 2 runs just on the catch, and then you throw the guy out. Now you have a chance to get out of this, only allowing 1, potentially. The ball was hit pretty well by Novotny, too.
He smoked that, yeah.
2-0. This ball is hit into right field by Murphy. Schloman has a beat on it, makes the play, and so Onko does a great job to limit the damage. The Titans get just 1, but they do pad their lead out a little bit further. After 5, Carl Albert has 4. Collinsville has still 0. We go to the 6th, the 5A state semifinals on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
When it comes to your home, you need someone that you can trust to keep it safe and protected for you and your family.
Vesta Foundation Solutions is your local, family-owned company that has helped many homeowners fix and protect their homes.
Our engineered solutions can take care of all of your foundation repair, basement waterproofing, concrete leveling, and dirt crawl space repair needs.
We take pride in getting the job done right, and you'll always be protected with up to a 75-year warranty.
Contact us today for a free estimate.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
All right, we go to the top of the 6th here at Edmond Santa Fe. Josh Calloway, Jared Price, Jordan Ray on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Titans are 6 outs away from getting back to the state championship game tomorrow. Cardinals still got a little bit of time to try and get something going. 8-9-1 due up here in the 6th. Ground ball to short, takes a big hop. Murphy's going to have to really fire this thing across. And just beating it out is Schloman. So another infield single for the Cardinals. As that one would have been a tough play anyway, but that big hop bought him another, just we're talking about half a second. That's all you need sometimes. Yeah. And so it's a leadoff infield single for Schloman. So now the 9-hole hitter Grady Smith comes up, and a chance to turn the lineup over after him. So a little bit of an opening here for the Cardinals, but trying to get something going. I think it's Mason Avery. First pitch outside, got way off the back, throw to first, and diving back in. He was out there a little bit.
Yeah, he was.
I want to thank again, too, our top inning sponsor, which is Buffalo Wild Wings. See them up in the top of the corner. They've been there hanging out in the top half of the inning. Each inning throughout the day, we really appreciate them. Obviously, the home of the Middle Sports Report that Jordan hosts on Wednesday nights. Great way to keep up with Middle Sports. 2-0 the count now on Smith. So an opportunity, the door cracking open just a hair here for Collinsville to try and get something going. That ball's hit well out into left center. It's going to be playable in left. And pulling that in is Novotny. Big out.
Yeah, it was.
2-0 count. You kind of are getting a little nerves, but he makes the play. And there's one gone. So the lineup will turn over now. Back to the top with Carson Duncan. Duncan grounded to short his first time and then hit into that fantastic double play turn by Mason Avery. The line drive right back to him that he caught and flipped back to first. And strike one on Duncan. Cardinals with 5 outs left to play with. Down by 4. Ground ball to short. This could be another double play. Murphy flipped to Russell. Russell back to first, and he beat it. So Duncan beats out the double play. It's a fielder's choice, but there's now 2 gone. For Maddox and Onko. Onko, the center fielder who came in and pitched the bottom of the 5th, has walked today and struck out looking against Mason Avery. Breaking ball in there. But Avery's been so good today, and it's felt like his stuff has gotten better as the game's gone on.
Yeah, he's done awesome.
Throw back to first, diving back in there is Duncan. Just unbelievable, this Titans pitching staff. It's unbelievable. Obviously, Cash Ferris, the head of the snake, but we talk about how good Sammy Gonzalez, Declan Murphy are, and now this kid, just a sophomore, doing this, as that one misses outside 1-1. Some other really good arms on this team, too, that you don't see as much, but they certainly are effective. And Jackson Fixico we've seen. We've also seen Blake Pritchard pitch well last week in the regional. One. Ground ball to third base side. Gonzalez able to knock it down. He'll pick it up and fire across the diamond. Got him. Oh, it gets away. Spoke a little too soon. Randall mishandled the throw, and the inning will continue as Duncan gets into third. That's going to be an error on Randall, I believe.
Yeah,
as Gonzalez fired that across. And the Cardinals now have 2 guys on.
A little bit of action here. Coach Whiteley's going to go try and calm everybody down.
So Bentley Brown, the shortstop, coming up. He's got a hit today. He's 1 for 2 with a strikeout. And this feels like, there's still another inning to play, but this feels like the opportunity for the Cardinals to really feel like they have a shot.
For sure.
Here. With men on the corners and 2 out. Coach Whiteley talking to Avery here. Plan of attack for Brown, maybe settle him down a little bit as well.
Yeah.
So a big spot coming up in this game. Biggest so far, obviously, of the season for both of these teams at this moment. Winner here will see either Tahlequah or Duncan tomorrow in the 5A championship game. That's a 2 p.m. first pitch tomorrow at Bricktown Ballpark in Oklahoma City. It'll be the second game of the day tomorrow, as the 4A title game will get it started at 11 a.m. tomorrow, and then the 6A title game will close out the day. So a great triple header of baseball tomorrow in Oklahoma City. These teams hoping to be a part of it. Runners on the corners, 2 out for Brown. He'll take strike 1. What a spot for the sophomore Mason Avery. You wonder if Brown gets on, if they would consider moving to Gonzalez or Murphy. We'll see. Ball floated into right field. We're not going to get to find that out. Perkins underneath it, makes the play. And Avery's out of the jam again. 6 scoreless for the sophomore Mason Avery. At the end of 5.5, it's Carl Albert 4, Collinsville 0. We head to the bottom of the 6th in the 5A state semifinal on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Experience the best wash in town at Tommy's Express. You'll love our open and bright tunnels, easy loading flat belt conveyor, unlimited membership, and free vacuums and mat washers. Experience the difference and visit Tommy's Express today.
If you've lived in Oklahoma long enough,
you'll know that we get extreme weather. With that extreme weather comes hail damage to your roof and an insurance claim. When that happens, there's not a better company to deal with on your insurance claim than Cantrell Roofing and Construction. Since 1987, Cantrell Roofing and Construction has proven to be the best in the business. And always remember, got hail? Call Cantrell.
I want to start a car mechanic shop.
Let's say we go to scissor tape.
Ready to go get some coffee?
Yeah, let's go.
You got it.
I think she was from
One,
Rose State.
2, 3.
Woohoo!
Congratulations, Rose State college graduates.
All right, back at Edmond Santa Fe High School. Josh Calloway, Jared Price, Jordan Ray hanging out on a Friday afternoon. We go to the bottom of the 6th in this 5A state semifinal. Carl Albert leading Collinsville 4-0. They're 3 outs away from getting back to the title game again tomorrow, but they'll try and pad this lead out a little bit further in the bottom half. 2-3-4 do it for the Cardinals, for the Titans, starting with Sammy Gonzalez. Gonzalez 0 for 2 today with a walk. Facing Madison Onco for the Cardinals. Now 0-2. Want to make sure we again thank our bottom inning sponsor today, which is Rose State College. See him up in the corner. A great sponsor of Middle sports, football, basketball, baseball, whatever it is. You can count on Rose State being a part of it. 0-2, just off the outside edge. 1-2. Got to figure, Jared, that Mason Avery will get the opportunity to try and finish the game in the top half.
Yeah, I would think so, too. Maybe a significant amount of trouble go to Sammy or Declan to try and clean it up.
This ball's hit into center by Gonzalez, tailing toward right field. Coming over and make the play on it is Smith. Good job tracking that down, and there's one gone. That ball just kept tailing toward right field.
Yeah.
But Smith able to run it down. Smith started this game in right field, but moved to center after Onco came in to pitch. And he made a nice play on that one. So Gonzalez retired, brings up Mr. Randall. Randall's got 2 hits today. 2 for 3 with a couple of singles, an RBI knock with 2 outs that second one. As he faces Onco. Chopper foul off the third base side. Bobby Lewis foul ball. 0-1. That one's in there for a strike, 0-2. Randall thought he was off, but Onco gets the call. He's ahead of Randall 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch is chopped foul. I think that might have went between the umpire's legs. You see that?
I did see that. That happens, man. There's funky stuff that happens up in the batter's box about how the ball bounces off the bat and all that different stuff. I wouldn't be surprised at all.
0-2. And he got him. Randall swings over it. Dynamic Health Clinic strikeout. And there's now 2 gone. As Onco making quick work here, brings up Hutch Russell. Russell today, 0 for 2 with a sacrifice fly. He comes up with 2 outs and nobody on. As the Titans lead it by 4. And it'll be up to likely Mason Avery to try and finish the job and get the Titans on to the championship game tomorrow. That ball's grounded foul off the first base side, almost went to the Collinsville dugout. That ball's hit well into right field, but it looks like it's going to hang up and be playable for Schloman, who makes the play. Russell's hit the ball hard, but he's had some tough luck today.
Yeah.
But that'll end the inning, so it's a 1-2-3 frame for Onco. And we head to the 7th, with the Titans 3 outs away from the state title game. Step aside. We'll be right back. 7th inning on the way on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Have you ever seen an insurance commercial and asked yourself, are they really telling me the truth? Well, guess what? They're not.
Somebody runs a red light, and you think all of a sudden their insurance company's going to be all neighborly about it? Insurance companies aren't in the business of saving you money. They're in the business of keeping your money.
So remember, save our number in your phone so when tragedy strikes,
call Rob and Will.
When it comes to your home, you need someone that you can trust to keep it safe and protected for you and your family.
Vesta Foundation Solutions is your local, family-owned company that has helped many homeowners fix and protect their homes.
Our engineered solutions can take care of all of your foundation repair, basement waterproofing, concrete leveling, and dirt crawl space repair needs.
We take pride in getting the job done right, and you'll always be protected with up to a 75-year warranty.
Contact us today for a free estimate.
All righty, we're back here at Edmond Santa Fe. Josh Calloway, Jared Price, Jordan Ray. As Carl Albert, 3 outs away from getting back to the state championship game. Cardinals need 4 runs to stay alive. It's 4-5-6 due up. Starting with the catcher, Colton Hollenbeck, who fouls the first one off. And he's behind 0-1. Mason Avery back on the hill as expected for the Titans, trying to finish the job. He's allowed just 2 hits today. Been fantastic. Some really good defense behind him has helped. Because it hasn't been a huge strikeout day, just 3. But he's gotten a very little hard contact.
Yeah, it goes back to the that interview with Coach Wiley before the game, and it's certainly paying off with his defense
that's been the theme,
behind him. Absolutely.
1-1 pitch coming to Hollenbeck. Just off the plate, 2-1. Feels like in this spot, and obviously you're down 4, so it's a bit of a big number. Not impossible, but a bit of a big number. But getting the leadoff man on is just huge.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fouls that one back, 2-2. Bobby Lewis foul ball.
Yeah, I think it was one of the assistant coaches for Collinsville had a bit of a team talk or team meet, whatever you want to call it, in front of the dugout, and I bet that was the message. Just find a way to get on base and move it to the next guy and see what we can do.
2-2 pitch, down and away, 3-2. So the count is full on Hollenbeck, who's been kept quiet today, 0 for 2, with a fly out to hit into a double play. 3-2 pitch coming from Avery to Hollenbeck. It's lofted out into shallow center. Russell back on it at second base. He'll make the play. Declan Murphy running out there tripped up. They're going to check on him to make sure he's okay, as he took a bit of a tumble there going back on that ball.
Yeah, sometimes there's a bit of a lip and a dip off into the outfield after the back of the infield starts. He may have got caught up in that a little bit. Certainly hope he's okay.
Yeah, he's kind of trying to shake it off. He's telling Coach Whiteley, I'm good.
And, of course, you think he would be a candidate to pitch tomorrow.
Sure, yeah. So it's definitely a storyline to keep in mind as Coach Whiteley checks on him. He's going to stay in the game. Good play there by Hutch Russell getting back on that one in shallow center. Would have been a tough play for Devontae Jones. He would have had to cover a lot of ground. But Russell, a veteran, been here, done that, gets back on it, makes the play. So here comes Jonathan Badgewell, the third baseman. He's 0 for 2 today. Grounded out to short and popped out to Russell earlier. First pitch, just off 1-0. Titans 2 outs away from having a shot at back-to-back championships in 3 out of 4 if they can win it tomorrow. 1-0 in there for a strike, 1-1. Stick with us after the game. We'll give out our Louis Player of the Game award which has another obvious candidate, I think. And then
certainly seems that way.
We'll have Jordan down field level. He's going to talk to Coach Ryan Whiteley, as well as maybe a Carl Albert Titan player or two. So stick with us for the post-game show coming up after this one finishes up. The Titans trying to slam the door. Pick up win number 36. Struck him out. Breaking pitch down and away. Got him to swing right over it. Eastside Church of Christ instant replay. And it's just a nice pitch by Mason Avery. And there's two gone.
For Collinsville, number 2, Talon Rush.
The last line of defense for the Cardinals, Talon Rush, the first baseman. He flew out to the left. His first time, grounded to third his second time. One more out to finish the job for Mason Avery. Ground ball to third is going to get through. So our base hit for Rush, that's the first non-infield single today, and it comes with 2 outs in the 7th. But it's a base hit for Rush, and the Cardinals stay alive, bringing up the designated hitter Preston Willis. Willis 0 for 2 today. He flew out to center and flew out to right. So he's put the ball into the outfield both times. As Avery steps off, checks with his dugout. Maybe some defensive positioning things going on there.
Yeah, he's not going to have Mr. Randall hold him on at first base just so he can have the most range possible. Because that first run isn't quite as big a deal.
Yeah, I think that's probably a wise move. Swing and a miss by Willis. You wondered if they would send the runner.
Yeah, you might.
Probably get the bag on just indifference.
Go ahead and get a run.
0-1 with 2 outs. And there he goes. Ground ball to third base side. Gonzalez diving play. Up with it. Throws from a knee. High catch for Randall. He got him! The defense does it again. One more look at it on the instant replay. The story of the game all day. Gonzalez dives, and from a knee across. Randall had to leap for it, but he gets back down on the bag. And that's it. Titans win it 4-0. And they're on to the championship game tomorrow. Jared, you down for one more game?
Absolutely.
Tomorrow?
Absolutely.
We got one more. Carl Albert wins it 4-0. What a play to end it. The defense was just outrageous the whole game, and there's no more perfect way to end it than that.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's that's complete hats off to Mason Avery. That's an unbelievable outing in a spot that he's not that familiar with. I mean, this team's ridden with seniors, and to throw a sophomore out there, complete game shutout, 3 hits to send the Titans to the state finals, and I'm excited, man. That was a heck of a game, and like Whiteley said, the pitching and defense ended up being the difference there, and it showed on the last play there.
Jordan's going to try and corral Coach Whiteley and a player or two. Let's go ahead and do Louis' player of the game. Pretty obvious where we're going here, I think. Mason Avery.
I would agree.
Agreement there. Complete game shutout. We'll eventually not give it to a pitcher when they stop throwing complete game shutouts in the state tournament. But Mason Avery, the sophomore pitcher, he gets the ball. We were a little, giving it to a sophomore when you have this senior Gonzalez and Declan Murphy. He gets the ball, and he just shoves. 7 shutout innings. He was unbelievable. So a great performance by Mason Avery. He is our Louis player of the game. Louis in Midwest City, 6007 Southeast 15th Street in Midwest City. Louis, we're in your neighborhood. So Jordan is waiting patiently after the post-game huddle here. And the Titans are on to the championship game tomorrow, 2 p.m. And that'll be on the Oklahoma Sports Network. The Titans will face either Tahlequah or Duncan for the title tomorrow. We really look forward to that. The broadcast will look a little different, but it'll be the three of us, Jordan, Jared, and myself, getting to the brick to bring that game to you. We hope you tune in. For those who are with us for state championship football or state tournament basketball, it'll be like that. And I know a lot of Carl Albert fans are very used to those broadcasts on OSN because they're playing in them all the time.
Yeah.
So we can't do video tomorrow, but we'll have an audio-only presentation of that game. And we look forward to it. That should be a really awesome scene tomorrow at the Brick. And Should be a great game, and I'm looking forward to seeing who wins this next one. Should be a really good game on this field coming up with Tahlequah and Duncan. But the Titans just really wire to wire in this game today. They were just, Collinsville's a really good team.
Yeah, they are.
And Carl Albert just kind of jumped out early, and it just never felt like they were not going to win this game from the very
it didn't
beginning.
seem like. There was a few small opportunities here and there for them to drive in some runs, but, man, that's a heck of a performance from Mason Avery. So I hope he goes and watches this back. I'm sure he will for memory's sake. But Mason, if you go watch it back, you got respect from me, man. That was a lot of fun to watch, and man, I'm excited for another potential state championship for the Titans.
We'll have a shot at it tomorrow. Jordan is standing by. Looks like Easton Harless. You ready, Jordan, or you need a minute?
Hey, guys, hear me okay?
Yeah, we got you. Might want to move a little closer to be safe, but we got you.
Okay, let's start with the catcher here. Easton, you're dealing with a younger pitcher here. Did you say a lot to him to manage him, or what did you see from his performance?
I mean, he's played in some big games this year, and he's worked his butt off, and we're really proud of him, and everything that he's done this year has just helped him to be ready for this moment. I'm really proud of him. He did a great job.
Well, I know it's a big deal also for you to get stuff going at the plate. You had a couple base hits, including a bunt single that looked like it took Collinsville by surprise. But what can you say about your 2 hits?
I'm just trying to do a job for my team. We run the offense that our coach wants us to, and that's for everybody. We have some big guys that are going to go up there and get some big hits, but I'm just trying to do a job for my team. That's it.
Are you ready to catch your 3rd game in a row tomorrow?
I'm very ready. I'm excited. I'm ready to go.
All right, we'll see you at Bricktown tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
Okay, now our player of the game, Mason, and then I'll take Coach Whiteley. Mason, only a sophomore, but you didn't look like one out there. When did you know you were going to pitch? Was it sometime last night you found out?
It was probably about 10 o'clock last night. Coach Milford gave me a call and said, you're on the mound, just kind of talked me through the process and how everything's going to go.
Were you able to sleep after that?
There's always a little adrenaline, but, yeah, I got to bed pretty good. Woke up a little earlier, but, just enough to be ready to play today.
Any nerves out there at the beginning?
Nah, I trust my guys behind me. I got a really good defense. All I knew how to do is to fill the zone, let them work, and our bats did too.
You sure did, and you avoided walking them and giving them free passes. What was your approach, and what do you think helped you be successful, along with the defense, of course?
We looked at the charts this morning. It was a lot of guys just trusting our defense, filling it up, let them hit it. And like I said, we had a heck of a defense out there. Just let them put the ball in play and really let them work, and our bats get hot, and it did.
Okay, so you get to relax tomorrow, but you have to feel really good about this team winning again after what you saw from the plate and again that defense.
Yes, sir. I'm really excited to see what my guys do tomorrow. I have a lot of faith in them.
All right, well, congratulations. You're our Louis player of the game, so you should go to Louis Midwest City at some point and let them know that. Maybe they'll give you a discount. And but congratulations for that and just being ready in the moment.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay, so we're about ready for Coach. He's just finishing up talking to someone else.
Good friend from the Oklahoman.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, Coach, you wanted defense out there. When you chose Mason, you got defense. You had to be pretty pleased. Turned a double play and several other great plays by your infield and others.
Yeah, absolutely. It worked out just like we wanted it to. Mason did an outstanding job for us on the mound. Did exactly what he had to do as far as just pounding the strike zone and making those guys put it in play and letting our defense play behind it, and they did an outstanding job.
You got 5 state games in a row now with no pitching changes. Is that just not is that not incredible to you?
Yeah, it is, but I don't really like to think about that right now. But yeah, it is. It's very, very incredible. Just kind of shows that those guys can go out there and get the job done. They just. And you think back to last year's state tournament, we pounded the strike zone, didn't walk many, and that's kind of the recipe to get a guy to go a complete game is that you're not walking guys and putting guys on base and making the defense work behind it. And we've kind of been a good recipe for success, I guess.
And Mr. Randall, 2 hits, Tanner Norman, 2 hits, Easton Harless, 2 hits, and some others. What do you like about their at bats?
I thought it was good for him today. It just is like kind of what we told him after the game yesterday is you got to kick that one behind you because the Jones kid from Sapulpa shut us down pretty good, and it was kind of a frustrating day offensively, but we kicked it behind us and got back to work and kind of looked like we usually do.
Okay, I know you got to wait to see who wins this next game probably, but is Sammy and Declan, are they available to pitch, or do you want to keep them on defense tomorrow? And anything you can say about that? I know you don't want to maybe say yet who it's going to be, but anything you can say about what you're thinking about for tomorrow?
I would say that every pitcher we have besides Ferris and Avery are available to pitch.
Okay, that's a lot. Leaves a lot to guess, but we'll
we got nothing.
We'll find out tomorrow. Coach is great at getting
like
me the
that.
lineups early, so I'm not worried about it. Coach, congratulations. We'll see you tomorrow at Bricktown.
All right, thank you. Appreciate you guys.
All right, guys.
Appreciate Coach Whiteley and the players taking some time with us there. Not shocked he didn't give us anything.
No, they never do. That's I bet he's got a pretty good idea of a couple of options, but that's kind of the gamesmanship in him, and I can respect it.
Look forward to it tomorrow. It should be a lot of fun. We're really excited. Another great performance by Carl Albert. It's just what they do. This is last year repeated so far, and they got one more step to go. It'll be tomorrow against either Tahlequah or Duncan in the state championship game, but we look forward to that tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Jordan, any final thoughts from you before we sign off on this thing? Oh, I'm not hearing you, Jordan.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, we got
okay. If it's Duncan, that's going to be interesting because Duncan beat Carl Albert pretty solidly last month, and I think Sammy Gonzalez started. I don't know if that means he definitely got hit up or not. So that'll be interesting to see if it's Duncan. Does that work in Sammy's favor to pitch or not? But that is a rematch of a game that actually Carl Albert, one of the few losses they had.
We look forward to it one way or another. Be sure to keep up on the Oklahoma Sports Network Facebook page and Twitter account and website to know who the matchup is. But we can tell you, we know for a fact, 2 o'clock tomorrow, the Titans are going to be playing in the title game at Bricktown Ballpark. The three of us are all going to be there. We're going to finish off this season in style. Jordan and I are just unbelievably spoiled. We just keep getting to do state championship games because these Mid-Dale schools keep providing it for us in both hoops and obviously the football guys. And now in baseball, 2 years in a row, we get to do the title game, and we look forward to it, seeing the Titans can go back-to-back and 3 out of 4 tomorrow. So we'll catch you guys then. Look for us on the air about 1:45, 1:50 range to set us up for a 2 p.m. first pitch in the 5A state championship game tomorrow on the Oklahoma Sports Network. We thank you again so much for tuning in. Thank you to all of our sponsors, Sherpa Moving, Dynamic Health Clinic, Bobby Lewis Insurance, Eastside Church of Christ for the instant replay, Louis with the player of the game, and then our inning sponsors, Buffalo Wild Wings and Rose State College. Really help us make this all possible. We'll be back one more time tomorrow. Carl Albert versus either Tahlequah or Duncan for the state title, 2 p.m. tomorrow on the Oklahoma Sports Network. We thank you so much for tuning in as always. We'll see you then. For Jordan Ray and Jared Price, I'm Josh Calloway. Everybody have a good rest of your day. We'll see you tomorrow for the state title game from the Brick in Oklahoma City.
Thanks for watching this presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.